Hey, good afternoon, guys. Told you I was going to talk about water, and I mean, we've known this for a long time. Everybody knows it, how important water is as far as being healthy and hydrated. So one of the main things that I learned when I was studying was that water is manipulated. It can be manipulated through processing, and we don't even notice it, but when we drink tap water, that's processed water. Any type of water that's brought to us has been put through some type of process. And again, if you're trying to avoid, when you're trying to get healthy, you avoid processed food, right? And then we don't think about that when we talk about water. So water needs to be as natural as possible. I personally drink 100% natural spring water at all times. And I make an effort to really make sure that that's the water that's around me. I'll walk around with a gallon and things like that. It'll always be in my car, but or with me. But I think I came upon that during one of the studies that I read, where the processing of water, adding fluoride or chlorine and all these things, trying to clean it and filter it, changes the size of the molecules of the water. And because of that, it's harder for your body to, absorb. So I don't know the details, but that right there just made me start to question, what is water? So I started looking into it more and more. And yeah, it was true that there's over 30 different types of processed water. And really, through all of human history, we really just drank two types of water. Well, maybe just one, just natural spring water. So I make an effort to drink that, and I've noticed some major changes in my body, in my skin, and things like that. Drinking that water, it even feels different. The water, there's a quote that the water is wetter because the molecules are smaller. It feels different on your tongue, and if you're real sensitive to things like that, I am, and I've trained myself to be that way, to where I can taste chemicals in water, and I can actually feel the difference from processed water to regular water, which is, to me, is 100% natural spring water. Here in Texas, I drink Ozarka, natural spring water, the one with the yellow tab. I know it's in plastic, and I'm kind of trying to get away from that, but that's really hard unless you have your own well or you live near a spring. So the lesser of two evils would be to drink this water, and that's what I do. It's just easier for me to get, especially here in Texas. In other parts of the country, there's other different brands, like Ice Mountain, I know, is one of them, and Red Arrow, because I've worked in other parts. I've seen those all over the place too, in other regions. But yeah, this Ozarka natural spring water, says 100% natural spring water, is from some springs here in Texas. But if I had my ideal situation, I would have well water that's probably carbon filtered, and that would be it. That would all I would drink. I know when I go out to eat too, I always just get water, no ice. And I get very little water, no ice. It's very little. It's maybe 10 ounces, and I don't drink it all. I looked into it too, and also found that if you drink too much fluids with your food, it tends to weaken your body's ability to digest the solid food. So I don't drink very much at all. I can even go through a whole meal without ever drinking any type of fluid or liquids, because I chew my food very well. And the saliva, the whole process, I really try not to mess up digestion. So while I chew my food, I chew it so well that I don't need a drink to wash it down. It feels like mush. I know it's kind of weird, but yeah, that's the way it is. If you chew your food right, you don't need to drink liquids. And my friends notice that all the time about me, that I'll just get very little water. I don't drink anymore when I eat. That's just one of those things to maximize digestion. And digestion is just so huge. You're going to hear me talk about that a lot, and especially for me and anybody that has an autoimmune disease, where digestion can be a big problem and probably a trigger. Improper digestion or your gut bacteria being off could be a major situation and help trigger some type of autoimmune diseases, some of them. So I really focus on that, and I really try to pay attention to it. So processed waters, there's a lot of them. There's reverse osmosis, distilled, ion exchange, I think. But all those things are just, again, they're processes. They're changing the waters on a molecular level, and I don't want that. I want natural as possible. So also chlorine and fluoride, and there's even studies showing that there's prescription drugs in the water supply, and they're going through pipes. Who knows if those pipes are rusted? Even the tap water, if it has chlorine in it, it's probably killing your gut bacteria too, which can throw off your digestion and your immune system. So really try to keep it as natural as possible. Like I said, if I had the ideal situation, I would have well water, and it would be filtered through carbon filtered. That would be it. I don't have my own land yet in my own place yet, so that would, for me, the next best thing is to drink 100% natural spring water. Yep. As far as other liquids that I do drink coffee. I try to drink organic coffee whenever possible, but I do drink coffee. Just really like coffee. That's basically it. Not too bad if you. I drink it black, and it's organic, so I try do not add too much sugar. If I do add any type of sweetener, it's always honey, raw honey, and that's it. And if I do want to put a creamer, I put almond milk. But usually it's just black coffee, organic coffee. Like I said, the other things that I drink tea, almond milk, and I'll drink pre-workouts and post-workouts as well, to help me with my training and recovery and things. But yeah, those are the fluids that are in my life. And again, that's just about 90% of the time, 80% of the time. Every once in a while, I'll drink something out of the ordinary. No big deal, because I'm consistent 80% of the time, so it doesn't really affect my body, in ways it might affect somebody else. So consistency is very important as far as trying to stay healthy, guys, and that's one of the biggest things. Stick to it. Thanks. Talk to you later. Oh, and we'll come up with another topic, and I've seen some other questions, so I'll let you guys know what the next video is about. Thanks. Bye.